Greetings all, welcome to another edition of Shortspeare, the series where I try to summarize and illuminate one of Shakespeare's plays in approximately 5 minutes. Up today, Titus Andronicus. Let's begin with a summary of the plot. Venerable Roman general Titus Andronicus returns home from war against the Goths, with the queen of the Goths, named Tamara, her 3 sons, and her Moorish lover named Aaron as prisoners. Titus sacrifices Tamara's oldest son as part of a funeral ritual for the fallen soldiers of Rome. Meanwhile, Rome is in the process of choosing a new emperor. Titus is actually the favorite choice of the people, but he decides to back Saturninus over his younger brother Bassianus, and so Saturninus is named the new emperor. Saturninus requests to marry Titus's daughter Lavinia, but Lavinia rejects him because she is actually already engaged to Bassianus, much to Titus's chagrin. 2 of her brothers back her up, and Titus, out of anger, decides to kill her brother, who is also his son, for disloyalty to Saturninus. Saturninus, in turn, decides to marry Tamara, the queen of the Goths, who Titus had imprisoned. Tamara decides to plot her revenge against Titus. Tamara's sons have taken an interest in Lavinia, and Aaron the Moor persuades them to rape her during an upcoming hunt. And with Aaron's help, they do much more than that. During the hunt, they kill Bassianus, frame 2 of Titus's sons for the murder, and then they also do rape Lavinia and cut off her tongue and her hands to prevent her from telling anyone. Titus's sons are sentenced to death, but Aaron persuades Titus that if he will but cut off his own hand and send it to the emperor, Titus will get his sons back. He does so. He cuts off his hand, but he only receives his sons' heads in return. Titus obviously is a little upset about this, so he orders his oldest son Lucius to go to the army of the Goths and to try to compel them to attack Rome to overthrow Saturninus. Meanwhile, Titus appears to go mad. Lavinia manages to reveal her rapists by writing their names in the dirt with a stick held in her mouth, and Tamara gives birth to a Moorish child fathered by Aaron. To protect the child, Aaron kills the midwife and flees with the child, but he is captured by Lucius and the army of the Goths, and he convinces them to spare the child's life in exchange for telling them everything he knows. Titus kills Tamara's sons for raping his daughter, and then he bakes them into a meat pie, and he invites Tamara and Saturninus over to a dinner, ostensibly to broker a peace deal between themselves and Lucius and the army of the Goths. He feeds Tamara her own sons. He kills his daughter Lavinia to prove a point about rape. Titus then kills Tamara. Saturninus then kills Titus. Lucius then kills Saturninus, and Lucius then becomes the emperor. Lucius orders that Aaron should be buried up to his neck and starved to death. The end. Whew! I think I need a bath. So I'm basically of 2 minds on this play. On the one hand, the play is really entertaining. It is so completely bananas and shocking in its portray of murder, rape, and villainy that it's hard not to find the play enjoyable in a very base, primal way. Also, the play has a great early example of a your mama joke, with Aaron correcting Tamara's sons, who say that he has undone their mother by impregnating her with a Moorish child. He responds with the quip, "Villain, I have done thy mother." Ha ha! Classic. But on the other hand, the play is very problematic. None of the characters, for one thing, are very likable. It's hard to support even the play's protagonist, Titus, when he's the one who draws first blood by killing Tamara's oldest child. He's willing to kill his own son, and he's willing to kill his own daughter to prove a point. Not only that, but the characters who don't have blood on their hands are all fairly bland and uninteresting. But perhaps the play's biggest problem is the way it portrays Aaron the Moor. I mean, yes, he's a very entertaining character. But the play goes out of its way to not only make him an evil character, the most evil character in the play, and give him a speech where he laments the fact that he is dying before he has a chance to do even more evil, but the play also goes out of its way to make it extra clear that he is a Moor, thereby implying that his evil and his Moorishness are somehow intertwined. Is the play racist? Yeah, probably is. This is likely one of Shakespeare's earliest plays, written in an attempt to capitalize on the popularity of other revenge tragedies, such as Thomas Kyd's The Spanish Tragedy. To me, the play feels like it's written by a young whippersnapper writer who's trying to out-revenge the other revengers, and the play is both better and worse for that. If you are interested in this play, however, and you can't find a local production of it, I do heartily recommend Julie Taymor's 1999 film adaptation, as it is as off-the-wall and crazy and bananas and shocking as the play itself. So there you have it. If you like what I'm doing, please remember to like and subscribe. Fare you well. I commend you to your own content.